and make some memories. That's what we're about. We're about sharing his legacy. We like to see it live on.
What's going on, guys? Parker with Backyard Barn Finds here, and a few days ago we met up with my buddy Bucky and Gary and took a look at a 1969 Camaro. However, they did tell me of a location of another junkyard, and this one's supposedly stocked full of Mopars, like Chargers, Challengers, maybe even some Chevelles. So what we're going to do is head down this way, see if we can make friends with the owner, and bring you all of the treasures that we're about to find.
Oh man, this looks like a pretty nice place. We got the whole gang here today. And so which one's Nate?
That's me.
That's you?
That's me, bud.
Nice to meet you, Nate. How are you?
All right, man. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And so what is the story of this place? Is the stuff for sale, or just I'll kind of give you the floor to kind of give us the rundown of what we're about to do here today?
Yeah, this is an uncle of mine that passed away in March, and he collected and gathered this stuff for years and years, and he left me and my wife the heir of his place, and just time to let this stuff go, man.
So before we get to the good stuff, Nate, this is your friend Cowboy. And Cowboy, how are you?
All right.
Awesome. And while we're walking this way, can you guys kind of explain to us, you know, how'd you get involved with this junkyard?
Well, this guy kind of took us in as young boys and, you know, had fun with us. Took us to the tractor pulls and the monster truck rallies, and in doing that, you know, we helped him. You know, he'd find cars and he'd load us up and buy us a candy bar and soda pop, and put us in the truck, and off we'd go. And we'd hang out here on the weekends, you know, helping him.
Video games and stuff back then. He
No.
was out here doing something.
Working.
Yeah, working.
Still work ethic.
That's right, still work ethic in us. And we took these old cars apart, as you can see, you know, and that's kind of how he made his living.
Holy cow.
You know, he'd sell fenders and sell a door or two or windows and whatever, you know, people would come by to buy off of him. And
Most of it was, nah, I want to get rid, I'm going to build that.
yeah.
Build that, okay. He didn't throw nothing away.
Exactly.
Okay.
And in his eyes, you know, none of it was trash. It didn't matter how bent up it was or how tore down it was. You know, he knew one day somebody was going to sell the panels to redo it, and they wind up, you know, doing that. And he was that guy, man. Him and a buddy of his, Robert Stackwitz, they could resurrect them, man. They could put them back together.
He didn't have no kids of his own, so, I mean, he took time with us, and he took me to dirt track races. First person ever took me to races, and shit, I done spent my life savings racing now.
Yep.
Well, I hope that the camera's doing it justice, because just on the way over here, I mean, we passed probably, 20 Dusters, a couple Cornettes, a couple Super Bs, a lot of everything.
Man, he was a Mopar guy, guru. I mean, anything that he would run across.
It didn't matter if it was big Chrysler New Yorker, Momo car, or
It'd have a
RT you could find.
It'd have a 440 in it, you know, and he was just be after the motor that would be in it or something, you know. And it wasn't nothing junk to him. It was all something, and he wanted to preserve, you know, the history in these old cars and things of that nature, and that's why you got 400 and something cars on 8 acres here, because he wanted to keep it alive.
Do you know anything about this one at all, or?
Man, it's been so long since we drug this stuff in here, dude, I couldn't tell you where it come from or anything anymore.
Well, I'm not sure of the original color on it. The door, the quarter over there, looks like it's got some orange on it. Let's see what we can find. You can see it was a copper bronze metallic on there. It doesn't have the tag, and we can't get the door open to show you the sticker on it. But you said this is actually not a very good condition one compared to the stuff down the road here, right?
Correct. Yeah, okay. There's some whole cars here.
Okay. Well, let's go find those.
We'll come up here and show you what Dom stood up in Fast and the Furious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 1970 Charger RT, factory plum crazy purple car.
So much torque, the chassis twisted coming off the line.
This is one of my favorites.
Now, is this one for sale?
This is actually my personal car that was here on the lot with him. I mean, everything's for sale, right?
Right.
As long as the number's right.
Well, how much do you want your phone to ring?
Somebody's gonna have to stand tall to get this one, I can tell you.
Oh my goodness, look, you can still see the RT in the side here. And do you mind if I take the leaves off the front?
No, go ahead,
over
man.
there? Because
go ahead, buddy.
There's a way to tell whether it's an RT or not just by the VIN. You can't really see through the window, but if we take a look up there at the tag, on the first letter up there, it says X and then S and then 29. So we know that it is an RT. And look at the jams on this car. They're purple. Man, this is a rare car to be sitting here in the junkyard,
Exactly.
man. I see this one from the side of the road. I knew this was going to be a good place. What would you ask for something like this?
Man, I wouldn't even know where to start. I'll be honest with you, I'd have to do a lot of soul searching. This
Gotcha.
one's close to my heart right here.
Okay.
I mean, like I told you, this is the one that Dom stood up and Fast and the Furious, you know. This is every little boy's dream, to have a 70 Charger RT with a blower out of the hood.
Well, I've owned a lot of 70 Chargers before, but I've never had a purple RT car. Is the engine still in this one? Or is the engine gone?
The engine's pulled out, but
Gotcha.
we do have the engine for it. Yes, sir.
Well, it is a real 4-speed car, and man, if you have a bunch of stuff more like this, we're gonna have a great rest of the day.
Oh yeah, it's here, brother. It's here.
Well, Bucky, what did we find over there?
Is that a triple black 4-speed 72 Challenger over there?
We
Black
don't even,
vinyl top, black interior.
it'd be probably that'd be a holy grail car, right?
Motorhome right there.
Yeah, I'd say that you're right. Well, it was a vinyl top car, black lower. You think this one's got a trim tag on it at all? Oh, it's gone. Trim tag's gone. Did he take the trim tags off all these cars, Nate?
He did.
Dang,
And well, when we go in the shed in there, he had a coffee can, man, that he had full of that stuff. And we're still in the process of finding all these things.
What's the jams of the door look like? We'll put this down.
That's not a factory weld there, though, is it?
No, they might have pieced, yeah, because look, he drilled out the spot welds right here.
Somebody brazed that on
They
there.
probably hit something with this on the front end.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And so this would, what could be, man, where else are you going to find a 70?
Can't open the door. There you go.
Oh, she's faded. I'm pretty sure that's an H, but I can't. Man, we're gonna have to figure out how to get that taken care of. Yes, so it's a 72, and then if that says H, that would be a 340 car.
Oh, 340.
Yeah, 340. Yeah. Well, it's a 340 4-speed car, black car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep, black with vinyl top.
And I would assume the interior would probably be black too. So that's triple black.
Triple black,
Yeah.
344 speed.
Holy shit. With probably the numbers matching engine still inside.
Yep.
And
tranny.
yeah, and the 4-speed.
There was a Super B sitting right here. We cut the trees out around it and drug it out, sold it, but got another Super B sitting here.
I was gonna say, this looks like a Super B too.
Yep,
This
air
is
grabber
a
hood.
71. Then yeah, it would have had the air grabber set. Oh, you can still see the logo, look. Now, Super Bs in 71, from my understanding, are pretty damn rare.
Yep.
And of course, this one doesn't have an engine in it, but I'm pretty sure this would have been a 383 car. We'll take a look at the tag here in a second.
Well, that one don't have a engine in it, but this one over here's got a tree in it.
Look at this. Look at that, man. So I don't know if you guys can see, come around this way, Mike. But you can see, I don't know if we'll ever see a Super B.
With a tree growing up through it.
Man, how long
The
is
grill and everything's still in this car.
this? I don't think this car would probably ever leave this junkyard. I don't know how
Oh
you get
yeah,
it
I'm
out.
in the logging business, man.
Yeah.
I got a tree cutter, man. We'll cut it right off the top.
I'm sure. Well, if you guys are interested in it, let's take a look at the tag on this and I'll show you. This has a little bit different stripe on it than that one. And then this also has some blue underneath here, so it might have been a blue car. But if we take a look at the tag up here, we can see that it is a 71 and it has an N right here. And that would mean that it is the high performance 383, which is, man, I am just, I'll be honest with you, Nate, I'm a little overwhelmed. I've never been to a junkyard where it had this much good stuff still in it. You know what I mean? I mean, everywhere you turn, it's a black on black Challenger. It's a Super B. It's a Super B next to a Super B with a tree coming through the air grabber system, you know?
Man, overwhelmed, exactly the word for it. So
Yeah.
when he passed this on to us, man, it was overwhelming.
Yep.
There were so many cars here, so many people showing up, you know, when they found out things were for sale, that it has been overwhelming. He was just one of those guys where he owned the fireworks stand and he was the loud hot rod uncle, you know, the favorite. And we really looked up to him, you know. We really enjoyed his passion and what he did with these cars, and that's what we want to do. We want to share his legacy with the world, you know. If somebody wants one of these Mopars and wants to restore them with his child and make some memories, that's what we're about. We're about sharing his legacy. We like to see it live on. Just up the hill, back up the highway right here is what we call the old smokehouse. It was a restaurant that burnt down, and it's just an open parking lot. And we had a blue Duster, and back then this was just open pasture. And we'd run that old Duster around out here like it was a dirt track. And he climbed in that car one day and run up to the road to the old smokehouse and turned it around. And when he come back down through the ditch. You can't see it now, but he come back down through the ditch before these trees was here. As fast as he could drive that old car, down through here he come. And right behind us, right back here in these old trees is a pond. And he jumped that car in that pond.
Long about now, I bet that boy wishes he had a parachute.
Yes, sir. I mean, Duke's a hazarder, brother, in the pond. That's the guy that we're talking about here that collected all this stuff, man. He was wild.
Wild.
He was a Mopar guy, dude, hot
cool
rodder.
dude.
Cool dude.
Yeah.
Harley Davidson, big beard, big guy, just
Mopar
a lot
guy.
of fun. A lot of
Mopar
fun.
guy,
Yep, Mopar guy.
Now this one right here, that's an Impala Super Sport, man. This is a good car. These ones have been actually coming up in value lately because everything else was getting so expensive too.
Right.
You know. Now, I'm not really versed in Impalas because they just didn't really have them where I lived. But oh man, the engine's out of this one. I kind of wanted to see maybe what it was. It says 66 168. You can see the tag there. But man, Super Sport convertible, you just don't find them. You don't find them. Here's a Charger right here. Now something like this, Nate, would he have bought this like this, or did he sell parts off of it?
Yeah, he bought it probably like this, and man, I mean, if it had one good door on it, you know, it was worth it to him to stop and pick them up wherever we, you know, run across them at.
Well, I was going to try and lift the hood up here, but it's grown in by the tree.
He's seen value in anything, man. The K member, or you know, he was just trying to keep them out of the junkyard, keep them from being smashed.
Absolutely, this is a 69 or a 70. It's got air conditioning on it. Looks like a 383 car to me. But man, you just don't go to junkyards and find Chargers in the woods very often these days.
Right.
You know what I mean? You get many people that stop by?
Man, we at least get a phone call every week.
Every week? I didn't know if you advertised any of the stuff.
We really haven't. We, you know, a lot of spectators, things of that nature. You know, tire kickers. Some people buy, and some people just want to look. You know.
When I first started buying and selling cars, these didn't really bring a whole lot, so I never bought and sold them.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they're definitely something that deserve a second look at.
Well, and it seems like the longer we go, you know, in the years, the more of the 70s stuff starting to come in now and be a little cooler.
Oh,
well,
man, look at the floor pan on this one. Now this is a 72 318 car. You can see it was manufactured 1171, but G right here means 318 and 2 means that it's a 72. I mean, but look at the seat in there. That looks pretty nice. Look at the floors in there, man. These ones haven't been sitting here that long. Well, I didn't expect there to be a barn on the property. I just kind of thought it was.
It's going to live up to the name of the YouTube channel.
The oldest car on the property, then, I would assume, huh?
Probably so. This old barn's been here a while, yeah.
Did he collect any old signs or anything like that?
Not so much.
Not so much. I didn't know if he used them for like anything, or you know. Oh my goodness! Holy smokes! Right there she is.
Plymouth. What it is, I couldn't tell you.
Well, it's probably a 40. I have a 41 Plymouth at home. This has got a newer grill on it, and the war happens. I'm gonna say it's probably a 47, 46, somewhere around there. I could be wrong. Someone will correct us. But damn, that thing's been there a long time.
Long time. Ready for somebody to drag it out, man. Show it some love.
You guys got groundhogs here? Is that what all the dirt kicked up for?
Probably armadillo.
Armadillo.
Yep, probably armadillo.
I'd never seen armadillo before.
Hang around Louisiana a little while.
You guys got gators as partner now?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. Plenty of gators and cottonmouth, water moccasin.
These are some of your cars, right?
Yeah, this car over here is the last car that I actually went and got with him. And after he passed, I put in for it because this was one of the last ones me and him actually went and picked up together. So I just kind of wanted to hold on to it to make some more memories in. I actually got on to him and threatened his life if he took anything off of this car after we went and got it. It's complete. It's got the 383 in it. We poured a little gas down the throat of it, got her fired up, and I never got to drive a Mopar. So I wanted to hot rod this one a little bit, and we kept it together so I could do that, and that's kind of my intentions right here, is to get the brakes working on it a little and drive it one more time.
This is a 70 Chevelle right here.
And believe it or not, that car is all here. Fenders, door, grill, everything is here. It may be put up out here in one of these vans or whatnot, but that car actually came here complete.
It just looks like it's not a super sport or anything. You can tell by the gauges in it, you know, but I just didn't exactly know what it was.
This was actually his first car when I was,
Really?
12 years old. When he met my wife, my mother's sister, which was his wife.
Okay.
This was the car that he showed up in.
Been sitting since
Couple of what,
91.
cowboy? 10s, 12s in the trunk, and yep, had a 400 in it, and every time that he left, he was spinning the tires.
Why are all the latches broke off to the doors?
People coming around trying to open the doors, and the doors be locked on it or whatnot, and they would break them.
Is this open?
That 383 in there ain't never been turned up.
Yep, that's all actually an all roller motor. He built that motor, I mean,
Built that somebody's on a stand in that trailer house.
in that trailer house. Sure did, cowboy.
Oh, this one's still got the tag on it. It's the only one. It's pretty rough. I can't read that.
It
from
did.
Here, but
I want to say I've seen him eat off of it a couple of times.
I'm assuming it's just a 318 car, is the fact that, it's a 73. But this has got the doors in it and everything. You can see the strobe stripes down the side. This is probably the most complete one we've seen so far. Of course, this is a 71. Is this one for sale?
Yeah.
This has got the complete interior on this one. Dash is gone. I'm gonna go around back and take a look at what it looks like around back. Is there any tag on this one?
Yeah, JH23. It looks like a G. It's a 71, of course.
So that would be a 318. But if you go to the front of it, look at it says My RT. So I was trying to figure out if it was an RT or not.
Somebody looked at it as a RT. They loved it.
And let's say I was interested in this car. What would you pull it out of here for me, or what's your?
Yeah, we'd work with you, We like to try to get them out ourselves for people, that way anything beside it don't get damaged or things of that nature,
Okay.
Plus, we're just good old people. We try to help out. Let's go in here and see what other kind of goodies we can find. Get back here and turn the lights on.
Walls and everything. What about these grills right here? Are they for sale?
Yeah, everything will go. People's
Cracked.
got a car and it needs to go on it, then that's the home it needs to find.
Damn, it's cracked, but that's a pretty nice piece. He's got more kudos up there. That's broken. Okay. We just barely got into this place. We got to take a look, see what else they got.
A bunch of grills.
Look at all the grills over there and on the wall back behind.
Yep.
Yep.
There's your 69 Charger grill. It actually goes to the SE car
Back there?
that we was looking at in the back.
Yeah.
Yep. We got the fenders for it and the hood and everything.
That's probably about a $1,500 piece right there.
Right.
Well, Nate, man, he's got a whole bunch of stuff in there.
Yeah. Lifelong history here in Mopars.
Well, what I wanted to say, Nate, is I want to say personally thank you.
Thank y'all, man.
Because I know this is not a place that a lot of people have been. you know, and it's something that I enjoyed my time here. I know everyone else that was with us enjoyed our time here. And for the audience at home, again, the stuff is for sale, and they can just give you a phone call at the number that we'll have in the description. Is that okay?
Yep, that's cool.
Awesome, awesome. Well, again, if you guys found value in this video, please give us a like or a thumbs up or a subscribe to the channel. Again, my name is Parker with Backyard Barn Finds, and you guys have a great day. I know I did.
Thank you.